How you guys doing today? Today I'm going to show you a video how to replace your sight with a mount for your scope on an M44. But before I show this video, I'd like to let you guys know to make sure that your rifle or any gun that you work on is always empty. This way you don't end up shooting yourself or hurting yourself. Alright? Now I'll go ahead and let you see this video now. How you guys doing? Today I'm going to show you how to remove your sight from your M44 and replace it with your scope mount. This used to belong on the M44, used to go along right about here where this mount is. In order to take this out, what you're gonna have to do is get a punch and punch this pin straight out. All you have to do is put the punch right where that pin was and hit it with a hammer straight down. Now I do want to advise you, there is a spring-loaded lever right about here. So when you pull out this punch, this will probably fly out. It did for me. It may be different for other rifles, but just a word of caution. Now, in order to mount your bracket here, this one here was actually made for this gun here. I bought this at a gun shop, and actually it was the last one. You could buy these on eBay. They're not very expensive. Now this mount here actually has a block that sits inside this bracket right about here where the old side used to fit. Now you do have to compress this downwards to compress the lever. Now once you compress this downwards, you're gonna have to fit in the screws that comes with this mount, and they will screw into the side of this block. Once you screw those in, this mount will be secure. What I used to compress this here were just a pair of channel locks, which you just open up to the high setting. Now, word of advice, you probably want to put like a piece of cardboard here so you don't scratch up your gun. Now once you mount this here, on top there is some screws on top here and probably two there. Now those screws there, what they do is when you screw them down, they will adjust your mount, pivoting it up or down. That way when you mount your scope right about here, you're able to adjust the aiming. Now the way I adjusted with the aiming is that I went to Walmart and I bought a small pin that goes in front of the barrel that shoots out a laser. That's what I used to adjust my aiming on this scope here. Now another thing you might want to do, especially for this rifle here, you might want to get the high mounts. There are shorter ones here. They are shorter mounts, and when I got the high mounts, the reason I got the high mounts was because on this rifle, this bolt action is straight instead of downwards. So when you lift this straight up, you want it to clear your scope. But that's pretty much on how mounting this bracket here goes. These brackets here that hook up to the scope, all they do is two clamps right there that will clamp on the side of the mount. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you were able to learn how to do this. It's not very hard really. It's not a difficult thing. So good luck and see you later.